Before I begin this video, I will state that I am not a lawyer and do not have any right to give any legal advice. I am merely sharing what I know, my opinions, and what we can do about this situation. I must also state that this video contains mature themes and things that a younger audience may not understand. So I advise that those that are under the age of 15, please click off this video. Now with that all out of the way, let's dive right in. COPPA is an American child protection organisation of some sorts. It has been around for a while and has a strict set of rules America must follow. Since YouTube is an American platform, the rules are made to follow American law. So that all sounds fine and dandy, right? A corporation that protects kids. Well, it would be okay if it wasn't for the fact that they are now putting strict and vague rules all users of YouTube must follow that affects all channels, especially animated gaming and children content, affecting their chance of being viewed, monetized, and having a general community. As of 2020, all channels must click a button that says whether or not their content is kid-friendly. All kid content creators will have little to no ads, meaning basically no monetization, and no way of getting their videos seen on YouTube, as YouTube tends to suggest monetized videos more than the other ones. That in itself is a problem. But now with this COPPA organisation, YouTube is only going to get worse in that regards. So what is considered kids content? Well, the rules are very vague. Basically anything appealing to children, which could literally be anything. Video games, children books, cartoons, characters, sports, stories, toys, fantasy, arts and crafts, pets, and cereal. What the actual hell? Let me go through bit by bit of how what I have listed cannot be for kids. Video games. Video games can be gory, violent, sexual, and have coarse language. Children's books. Depending on the context of the video and who is reading it, will depend on if it is kid-friendly. Cartoons. I'm sorry, I guess Rick and Morty, Family Guy, South Park, and Hazbin Hotel don't exist? Characters. What characters specifically? There is no indication as to what they consider a kid-friendly character, and even if the character in the video is kid-friendly, it doesn't mean that the video is. Sports. How is this just for kids? Stories. Same problem as I stated before with the cartoons and video games. Toys. Ever heard of adult toys? Fantasy. Have you ever seen anime elves and witches? Arts and crafts. What art specifically? Literally, that could mean all artists are in jeopardy. Pets. So, if there happens to be a video of someone operating on an animal, COPPA would see that as a kid-friendly educational video? Cereal. It's food. How on earth is that just for kids? Not to mention, all kid content will have notifications and comments disabled, taking away the community and updates from kid-friendly creators. So what about animation? Well, from what I know of, all cartoons or things that appeal to kids, which is a lot, will be considered child-friendly content, meaning that animations such as Hazbin Hotel and animation memes like Bikini Body will be shown to minors. Another thing to remember is that bots will be the ones judging your videos. The bots will look at your saturation in your visuals and listen for the language that is being used. The thing about this is, if you use language like free stuff, whatever, cool, and even duh, the bots will pick up that as child-friendly language. The problem with this is that even if there was a video free of swearing, it doesn't mean that that video is kid-friendly. It could talk about heavy and dark themes and not be suitable for kids. But bots won't know that. They'll just see that there's no swearing and deem it as kids content. Also, there could be troubling visuals in a video, but hey, it's saturated, therefore it is kids content. So now let's talk about adult content creators. They will have to go the extra mile to be as extremely adult as possible, so that the algorithm has no chance of mistaking it for kids content. Well, why can't we just not mark the video, someone may ask. Well, my dear viewer, that's not an option, unless you have $42,000 to spare. That's right, you will be charged $42,000 for clicking the wrong button or not marking it. Even if you don't mark the video, YouTube and COPPA will hold you accountable. Do you know what this will do to YouTube? It's going to ruin practically everything. There's no middle ground for this situation. You either create extremely adult content that has a chance of monetization, or you create child-friendly content that not many people will even be able to see. And that's just sad. Something great about YouTube is that you get to show the world your content and get the luxury of having a community that will comment on your videos. So what will this do to content creators? Many will either have to change their content or quit YouTube altogether, which is not a good thing. Many big content creators have YouTube as their job, their only way of making money. Small content creators will never be able to become the next big thing, as recommendations only favour ad-filled videos. And we all know you need a certain amount of views and subscribers to get that chance in the first place. This personally makes me really upset. Like I mentioned before, YouTube is a platform that allows individuals to create their own content. I wanted to create a series on here in the future, when I had enough experience and people to help out. Things like Has Been Hotel gave me hope that I could do this in the future. And now with COPPA, that dream's pretty much down the drain. And it's gonna be like that for many other people who want to make content and create shows. COPPA strips freedom and voices away. We may not be able to show the world our ideas and creativity if COPPA takes action, but there is a way of changing this. There is a public comment website where you can comment your thoughts about COPPA and how it could be improved or reasons of why it should not happen. Now, if you are to do this, please be respectful and do not troll on there, as this is a very important website as of now. Another thing that can be done is to sign a petition. Both of these will be linked below. Every contribution will count. As for what people should do with their channels, do not delete your channel just yet. As long as there's still time to make a difference, we should keep hope. There's still time to create and let our voices be heard. I'm Akira Halloran and thank you for listening.